Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I got something really interesting to show you today. Gotta be honest, I think it's kind of a cheat code, but why don't you tell me what you think? Before I get into this video too much, please, for the love of God, go to your local shop. They need you, you need them. It's a relationship you have to work on, you have to improve and have to develop, because at some point you're going to need them for something you can't just get yourself. One, you can't get high-end bows, high-end hunting bows directly to you for the most part. There's some, but in general you can't. And secondly, warranty repair. If a limb breaks, a cam breaks, something along those lines, something that should be under warranty, you're going to have to deal with that shop, and you really ought to develop a relationship with them. So don't buy it from me. If they sell this product, buy it from them. If they don't, podiumarchery.com for all those archery needs. $99 and up is free shipping, and coupon code MFJJ might just save you a little money. Now, I first started playing with one of these a couple months ago. Wanted to actually have some good experience with it before I gave you feedback on it. This is the SOS system, the Stability Optimization System from ACU Archery. This is something like I've never actually seen in this sport. And they make a target model, and now they make a hunting model. And now that this is out, I'm probably hunting with this. This is an adjustable spring system, and how it works, which they give you different springs in the target version based off of your own stuff. You can tweak this a ton. You can change the weights in the back. This clamps on a 1/2-inch rod stabilizer. Might actually even fit on a slightly bigger one, but standard 1/2-inch rod. You can face it frontward or backward on your front bar or sidebar and move it in or out, rotate it however you want. There's a whole bunch of different options for this thing. You might have seen these on some of the higher end target shooters recently, because they've been experimenting with them for quite a while and getting really good results. It's a very cool system, but I'm not really like talking about this one for the most part, because it's pretty elaborate, and I'm not a super elaborate guy. I'm more of a hunter that also shoots at targets. So I'm going to refer to the other one, but I wanted you to know that this option does exist for you target guys out there. Now, granted, you can use either of these for hunting if you want, or target. You're not really 100% specific. This is just way more adjustable and comes with a couple of springs, and is $275. The other version, the hunting version, which is what's on my bow currently, it's called the SOS Hunter Elite. It is $175 and comes in 4 different flat finishes. You can get it in a black, a gray, a green, and a brown, if I remember correctly. Lots of options there, but all friendly for flat hunting. We're going to show you this bolting it on a bow here in a minute, but I figured I'd grab the bow that I actually have it on right now, which is a Title 34, which I am strongly contemplating hunting with this year. And I'm using it instead of a V-bar. Instead of a secondary bar going back, I'm simply mounting it in the rear of the bow and facing it backwards, similar to where the weight would normally sit for a V-bar. But how this helps you is this moves left to right and up and down, but it's weaker one direction than the other. Why is it weaker one direction than the other, you ask? Well, everyone's pin float is different. So when you point at a target, your pin most likely moves a given direction. It starts going up and down, starts going left and right, maybe it goes side to side. But it usually follows the same pattern. The idea of this product is you can actually rotate the weak springs, which is the way the thing wants to move naturally if you shake it, to mimic your pin movement or your pin float. So if you move like this, you rotate it to where it's weak that way, and it moves like that. So when you move that way, it moves the other way and takes that movement away from your hand. Now, it's just helping you with it. It's not going to completely immediately go away, but it is noticeable. And if you price out an offset bar, or sorry, if you price out a V-bar bracket and a bar and some extra weights on it, you're going to end up in a similar price, to be honest, depending on the bow that you have. You know, most V-bars brackets are 70 to 100 bucks. Most single bars are of good quality, or 75 to 125, somewhere in there. And weights can be 10 bucks a piece. This is $175, and it does come with a quick disconnect built into it if you choose to mount it in the upper position right here. I personally like to use this in combination with my offset bar, and then I don't have to put as much weight out here to make it balance nice for me. So that's just my own personal system that I like to run, that I'm playing with. Not to say I am going to end up using it, but so far I really like it, and I've been playing with it pretty solid for the last couple of weeks. So to me, it's a really cool product, and I think it can be used in conjunction really well. I haven't tested it yet with either the Matthews Shot Sense, or if you're not using a Matthews, a Mantis. And those products are electronic measuring tools for what an archer does. They'll actually rank your shot and how good it is, bad it is, indifferent, how steady you hold, things like that. But it'll also track your movement. So if you're not sure which way your pin's moving, you've never focused on or never been able to tell, it will actually show you consistently, shot to shot, which way you move, and using that in conjunction with this to rotate the position to where it counteracts it should help every archer, period. So it's something to definitely think about, especially if you don't already shoot a V-bar and you're thinking about adding it to your repertoire. But real quick, we're going to grab a bow and bolt this on to show you how easy it is to install and play with. Okay, open this little sucker up. Mounting hardware, a couple other things. Now, once again, this is for if you mount it up here in the normal stabilizer position, so you have a quick disconnect for your front bar when you're using it in conjunction with that. Personally, I prefer not to use it that way. I'd rather mount it back here if it's an option. And this bow, it is. Which most bows today have a rear mount hole. Not all of them do, but most of them do. But as a good manufacturer, they got to provide it for both, so that's why you see it for both. There's a mess of different bolts in here for different setups based off of what you want it for. I always, when given an option have between a socket and the button, I always like the socket because it's beefier Allen. A little more leverage when you try to tighten things down. Right here. Get her on here. Now, this little feller, and this one is a bit of a bear to get on because it's in between the wires. Line her up here and get her started. Try to just move it in with your fingers best you can. Start to get where it gets tight right now, because it is a painted connection, so there's probably a little burr in there. Bring the Allen wrench up and just start spinning it. You don't have to worry about positioning the wires until you get it snug. So if you watch it, bends really easy this way, way harder that way, right? So like this would be set up for your pin movement being up and down. You can easily rotate it. Like let's say your pin movement's left to right. Move it back to here. Give it a little tighten down here, sorry. We're going to want this turned about like that. Hold on, not quite there. Sorry. There we go. And that now moves left to right. Doesn't really move up and down when you push on it. The whole idea of that is to simply counteract your physical movement. You can manipulate how much weight you have on here. So if you don't want to use like an offset bar to move your weight more to the left, you can add more weight back here to help balance out your load, because bows are unbalanced just by nature. Everything's bolted on a right-handed shooter. Everything's bolted on the right-hand side of the bow, which means the weight is to the right of your hand. The bow's going to want to lean to your right. So adding things like this to the left of your bow help balance that down. But the trick of this is the actual movement of the wire. It is really cool, and you can experiment and play with it a lot and watch your groups literally tighten up or get bigger based off of the way you're moving it if you're not sure which way your pin float is. But like I said, if you know, it's as simple as adjusting it to that. Comment down below what you think of this product and other ones like it. Is it a hoax? Is it a gimmick? Is it hokey? Is it a gimmick? Is it fake? Is it fake news? Is it real deal? Personally, I played with it a lot. I think it really works, and I think I'm not going to shoot a V-bar on my bow for hunting this year. I think I'm going to use that instead. Should be available on the website, but please, for the love of God, if your shop is stocking it, please go buy it from them. Pretty please, with sugar on top. Thanks for watching.